This is the Transparency Podcast Show.
Was your family supportive as you came out, besides your cousin? How did that work for you?
My mom, actually, my dad was more than my mom, which is kind of, probably opposite of what most people experience.
Yeah.
But, again, my mom was just worried, I think, that I would get beaten up and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I remember watching some TV show and, crossing my leg like the girl on the show, while I'm watching it. I'm like 7 or 8 years old, and I was in the living room, she'd come running out of the kitchen and say, don't do that, and uncross my leg, and,
oh my,
don't do that. And so it sends a bad message.
Yes.
And I also read about your story. You also have a kid, right? You're a mother now, right?
Well, I was for a long time. 5 kids, actually. 3 girls, 2 boys.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't do anything halfway.
Exactly.
So they weren't my biological children, but I met this single mother of 5 a long time ago, and overnight became the stay-at-home mother of 5 children. Where basically 2 months after we met, I was at home and I was picking them up at school and doing all the after-school stuff with them and everything.
Yeah, talk about 0 to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a typical lesbian thing, right? There's a joke with lesbians where like the second date involves a U-Haul, right?
Exactly.
And so she didn't know I was, female, and I just came across as the stepdad for a long time.
Okay.
And when I finally did come out as, the mom,
Okay.
the stay-at-home mom, and they were like, they go to work 9 to 5, sort of accountant, office manager kind of person. So it didn't go too well. We often, trans women especially, get hurt by our family, whether it's blood or in-laws or otherwise.
Right.
So, it eventually didn't work out really badly.